live on the train with Matt. Hey, Matt. So, Chris got some last minute duties, work duties, and so we had to rethink stuff. I'm glad it wasn't on the train when I heard that, but that works out well. We're getting in some weird, I don't want to talk about the weather right away, but it snowed in Japan just like 2 days ago. And it's the northernmost, it's Hokkaido, the northernmost. I saw snow in late April. Yeah. Sometimes it snows. The weather's been weird. I think that super typhoon screwed us up. So if you hear any heavy winds outside the window there, apologies. And just as I say that, it's like I cued it. But the bamboo bends all the way down. It's nice and windy.
I was just reading that we're going to supposedly have a big El Nino season here.
Oh, that's not fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot wetter than usual.
Right. And that part of the country doesn't handle wet well. There's nowhere for that water to go. It doesn't absorb in anywhere.
If we have sustained rainfall, I hope you like driving in a foot of water.
Right. Yeah. But I've been looking, I think, so I'll be off next week. And so taking some time off. I think I'm going to read through all the Slate Industries stuff. Abyss brought that up. I watched a couple of videos about the history of it. It's a really interesting... the game, I think they thought the game was dead there for a while because there was a first edition, and it's a Glasgow studio that did the creators are from Scotland, and they did first edition and very 90s, as very like edgelord and dark and crazy, but in a fun way, not like there's they just tried to like go a little weirder than anything, like 40K or Mutant Chronicles, Warzone, anything else that was kind of around. And they came up with something kind of fun. It is very like super extreme almost, but funny. And then they still, even in this second edition, they kept the comedy thing. But the interesting thing about first edition is it was kind of going away, and then Wizards of the Coast bought the rights to it, and they didn't really publish much of anything, and then they dropped it. Cubicle 7 owned it for a little while, and they released like 2 supplements, and then they thought it was just dead, so the rights reverted back to the original creators, and they released second edition, and they kickstarted it, and really, really revived it. So Nightfall Games is publishing it now, and it's in the hands of the original creators. They stepped up the artwork and everything, and kind of refined the rules a bit. They got they kind of slimmed down stuff a little bit. It's a little bit of a wacky system. It's D10s, but it's not a D10 dice pool, but you're rolling a lot of D10s. So it'll be fun to if we play it, it'll be fun to try out.
Is it more like the West End D6 kind of thing? 10-sided?
No, it's you roll a check on a D10, and then that's your that's the check roll, and then you roll whatever you have on that stat that you're rolling. You roll that many D10s plus 1 for levels of success.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter as long as the first one clears, then you roll a bunch more, and if any of those also score, then that determines like how much you heal, how much you damage. Yeah. So it's similar to what the D6 is, how they function in the 2D early 2D20 system. Yeah. So you got a first roll. I'm not sure on the VTT. Hopefully someone's got a module or something for this to make the dice a different color and make it easy to read when we do rolls. But an initial roll and then supporting rolls, and so it should be fun. And the setting is absolutely insane. But the interesting thing about the setting is there was a leaked document, I think from first edition, about kind of a world Bible kind of thing to help anybody. And maybe this is what went over to Wizards of the Coast or Cubicle 7 when they bought the rights. If you want to develop for this, like what you need to know, what they were thinking about doing with the storyline and everything, so you don't go too off track. And that leaked. And then when it came time to do second edition, they just kind of said, yeah, none of that's going to happen. Forget any of that. So they kind of retconned a lot of stuff. And it had really wild ideas for how they wanted the setting to continue. And there was even something that suggested that first edition, the world and everything that's happening was just happening in a guy's mind that was like in an insane asylum kind of thing. So, so very 90s.
Yeah, that's very 90s era cult.
Right.
Like the cult role-playing game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think it would be fun to play. It might scratch that, Mutant Chronicles itch, although we still do have the, Modiphius, the old retired Modiphius 2D20 set itself. But this is pretty extreme, and it's all not really referencing Earth. There's humans in it, but there's also a lot of aliens, and the aliens are completely, out of control. There's a lot of weird, ultra-violent aliens. So very extreme. So, yeah. So,
why do was that ever a comic book too, or am I imagining that?
I don't think.
For some reason, I thought it was a 2000 AD comic, but I think I'm confusing it with something
They took a lot of inspiration. I think, yeah, it really has. I mean, there's stuff that feels and looks a lot like this. So I think a lot of their inspiration came from this because they have kind of a wasteland, no-go zone, basically, and things similar to like Judge Dredd and just the dystopia of it. There's most people are living in a ridiculous, kind of, government police state basically, but you get money to sit on your couch and watch this entertainment, and the entertainment, people become stars by being operatives and killing things really cool. So there's actually sponsorships. There's rules for sponsorships and things. So you do jobs and everything is televised. If you do a high enough profile job, you've got camera crews following you. So you get, basically your XP or your funding from getting more and more famous. So that might be a fun thing to, I don't know how long that campaign could go, but be a fun thing to play around with.
Abyss is trolling me.
Uh-oh. Yeah. So
DCC.
Yeah.
He's saying DCC on is on Alchemy, but it's not DCC.
It's Carl.
Carl, yeah.
Carl's there waiting for you to play him. Yeah, I've been thinking so much with all these like weird releases and these obviously money grabs and stuff. It'd be fun to play some stuff ironically, kind of like we did with Hager Darts. Just like play some stuff just to mess around with it. But I don't know. We might actually become the thing we hate.
Yeah.
If you can't maintain the irony. So we'll see. But nice. Oh, but you said you had some idea. So yeah, so there won't be a weekly. Or wait a minute. Am I off schedule wise? Wait a minute. What day is it? Yeah, there will. Yeah, there'll be a weekly. That's right. There will be a weekly, but there won't be anything on the Friday night, Saturday actual play. That's right. So we don't even know what we're doing tomorrow because we've got another player down still. Terry's still down and out. So I think we'll have a weekly.
Oh, so your break starts that weekend.
Yeah, the 9th for me. So the
8th, okay. So you will be around. Okay,
yeah, I'll be around so we'll get one more weekly in, but then that week after that, so the week of the 10th or however you're going to count it. Yeah, the week of the 10th will be out. And Matt, you were talking about a game that you were been reading that might work well on a VTT.
I'm reading the PDF about halfway through for 5 Parsecs from Home.
Nice.
Which is the solo. It's basically solo Stargrave, as how I would explain it, which is of no help to anyone who hasn't played Stargrave. But it's a solo skirmish game set in a sci-fi universe with kind of a Firefly idea. You get a ship, you get a crew, cool. You take jobs. and I've been reading the rules. It's the clean system, very well organized book,
Nice.
which has been on my mind a lot because I bought the newest top secret edition, the Solarian edition.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Not a well organized book.
No.
I was reading it because I had good feelings towards these guys because they did the right thing back during all the dumb stuff, and it's clunky, and it has weird little. It's written by the original designer of the original Top Secret, right? So it has some of those old school. Same problem I had with Star Frontiers when I was trying to rejigger that. It has some like pointless subsystems in the middle of things, and it's like, you didn't need to do this. Why are we doing this? You know, and it's an interesting system because it's like step-based attribute dice. Has like exploding dice mechanics.
Oh, cool! Wow.
You know, it's interesting, but the organization's terrible. But anyway, all that just to say that the 5 Parsecs from Home book is very well organized.
Nice.
It's very clean. It's a nice presentation. It's a miniature agnostic game if you play in real life, but it occurred to me that the rules are simple enough that I could make a battle map, throw a hex grid on it, and just do it on alchemy.
Yeah, nice.
So I think what I'm gonna do is Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, cool.
I will do a live stream where I build the crew and kit out the ship and all that stuff, because that will take a little bit to do.
Right.
And I can talk a little bit about the system while I'm doing that, obviously. And then I'm going to build it out in alchemy just enough where I can run all the tokens as NPCs and make a battle map. So probably what I'll do is I'll figure out what my first mission is going to be and what the lay of the land for what the map is supposed to look like, generally speaking. And then I'll design that in Incarnate and put it in alchemy. Make sure it's scaled correctly. Then run a live stream first mission.
Oh, nice.
And see how that goes. My initial impressions are the basic missions should be pretty easy, but I could be missing something because I haven't played it yet, you know. But yeah, no, it looks cool. And they did a good job of like, it's definitely taking tropes from different sci-fi properties a lot. Like it has a couple of alien races that are clearly from Traveler.
Oh yeah.
So people that are familiar, it has the Vargur basically, which are the genetically anthropomorphized wolves, Terran wolves. And then it has the Droin, which are these weird little semi-reptilian flying guys. And then it has bad guys who are the Borg, basically. And it has like these other races, kind of like a cross between a Terminator and a replicant. And yeah, but no, it looks cool. It looks like a lot of fun. And it's real clean, simple. Like you're rolling, most of the time you're only rolling a die 6.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, with very simple target numbers that are usually like 4, 5, or 6. You know,
right?
So, and it has real basic like line of sight rules, and they do say over and over again. You know, they emphasize, you know, just if you're not sure, just do what seems more fun. You know,
that's good.
Which on a VTT, you're not gonna be. It's not like you're gonna be getting down at the edge of the table and trying to eyeball line of sight. But you do have that measuring tool, so I'll probably just draw lines from the centers of hexes to do my line of sight. You know?
That's a good idea.
And yeah, it should be fun.
Cool.
And if it's cool, I mean, maybe we can try the other one with it. 5 parsecs from home. No, 5 leagues from home.
Yeah.
The fantasy one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and if you get that working well in alchemy, we should try that. That would be fun.
Yeah, and you can play it. Like, you could have a crew that's run by multiple people, and it won't break anything.
That's cool.
And then I guess in that way you could have someone just running the baddies.
Oh yeah. That makes sense too.
Although the rules are kind of geared towards that being sort of a
kind of AI or kind of
kind of a programmed. If this happens, simple. You do this kind of thing.
Yeah, like monsters in Frostgrave kind of thing. Yeah, if they see you, they move towards you, and
yeah. But yeah, no, it could be fun.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. All right. But so we'll see. Things will be a little wacky for a little bit on the channel, but we should get back to normal soon. Have a nice normal weekly session and stuff. We'll get it figured out. But so it's good to see you, Clarion and Abyss in the chat.
And Quark's there too.
And Quark, nice. Had to scroll down. Yeah, good to see you, Quark. But let's get started for this week. Another an odd week, maybe not as fun. Well, I don't know. There's some stuff to talk about, but a lot of kind of random releases, and one is actually a press release for immediate release that I got to my inbox. So we're on a couple of good lists, at least, or a couple of lists. I should emphasize good yet. All right,
I'm definitely on a list.
Let's get started for this week. Welcome to the weekly. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
And this week on the weekly, Fresh Blood, Allies and Adversaries, Zombie Clot, and Orphans and Straight Arrows. So those are all game releases, if you can figure out what we're talking about. But let's start with something that arrived in my inbox. So Pinnacle Entertainment Group hit us with a notification for their upcoming Kickstarter, and this is a little odd, and it did make me realize how hard they were trying to mainstream role-playing games. So this is East Texas University, the RPG that was created by College Humor, and I guess published by Pinnacle. Why am I having so much trouble with that? Pinnacle was publishing this originally, College Humor creation, and College Humor is the origin of Dimension 20, which I didn't realize. They were trying really hard back in the day, like early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, of doing board game streaming. They were doing like party board games and stuff, and celebrities. Like once they moved everything to Los Angeles, they were doing all kinds of stuff. So that was the birth of Dimension 20. And so just get voice actors. You're in LA, get celebrities, and have them play party games and stuff. So something that came out of that, and I think this wasn't until 2014. So this is a little late in the game. College Humor is not quite what it used to be. It's kind of, the website is gone, and it's kind of fallen off. The original creators were kind of East Coast, and I liked the aesthetic, and I was surprised by what they were able to do. There was like some identifiable comedians and some well-written skits and stuff that they were producing for the web and for internet. Some of that stuff kind of went viral back in the day, but they're just not much now. But they still must be an entity and must be operating, because they're releasing an RPG based on their concept of East Texas University, and it's returning now with this new expansion, I guess a new revised edition that they're calling Fresh Blood. So coming May 5th, the College Humor RPG that was originally East Texas University, so ETU, blends campus life with supernatural horror, balancing. So characters have to balance classes, relationships, and survival against strange and deadly forces. So a little bit Buffy, I think, in their inspiration is kind of how they were taking it. So the fictional town of Pinebox, Texas, is where this little university is. And what this new revision is introducing, they've got all new content, new creatures, and brand new point plot campaign systems. So they're trying to give you an entire academic career at this university that you can play your characters through. So a quote from the website, East Texas University has always been about capturing that unique moment in life where everything feels possible and everything can go terribly wrong. With Fresh Blood, we're bringing that experience to a new generation of players with updated rules, deeper storytelling, and more ways than ever to get into trouble. So Fresh Blood's going to be a 228-page book. And the original was released, East Texas University was released in 2014. So yeah, it's been a while. So 12 years. And they say it was a fan favorite. I didn't remember hearing about it. I think it would stand out. And maybe they, on their network, they probably tried to promote it like, Critical Role kind of tried to do with Dagger Heart.
I'd put it in the cult following kind of area. I've always been aware of it, but I've never played it, but I've definitely heard people talk about it.
Oh, cool. And so the updates, and the reason they also wanted to update the game is because they wanted it to match the latest version of the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. So updating, because it is Pinnacle, updating that new system with this brand new plot point campaign that will carry your characters through an entire college career, freshman orientation to perilous graduation. So I guess, there's a campaign structure where you're desperately trying to get to graduation. If only you could kill all the zombies preventing you from doing that. But another quote about it. There's something incredibly fun about mixing the chaos of college life with investigating supernatural horror, like your very own Scooby-Doo gang. It's fighting zombies, vanishing ghosts, while also dealing with exams, annoying roommates, temperamental used cars, and add the idiosyncrasies of the rural East Texas, and it's becomes something truly unique. So something else that's part of this campaign is Chickens in the Mist. So I think they're doing a graphic novel, the first graphic novel set in this Pinebox, Texas setting. They're expanding the setting and releasing the 96-page graphic novel Chickens in the Mist. So a group of ETU students investigates a remote chicken farm near Pinebox and discovers a horror beyond imagination. Will any of them make it out alive? They just visited a Purdue farm. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, it's the regular is as horrific. The regular chicken farm is as horrific as you imagine. Yeah. So nothing supernatural going on there, just greed. So the release will consist of this graphic novel, Chickens in the Mist, Fresh Blood, the new core book, and an accessories box. So they're going to do a bunch of accessories, cards, dice, pawns, maps, and things, everything to help you study, party, and fight evil in Pinebox, Texas. So yeah, they'll be running for a month, starting May 5th to June 5th. And so they're trying to kind of get some more. And I guess this just really made me think, have College Humor made an RPG? Yeah, I guess there were a lot of people really trying to make this a thing, like people that would just wander onto the College Humor site could have this promoted to them. And so Dorkly, College Humor, and a couple of other sites were kind of I think only maybe Dorkly still exists. I think they might still exist as YouTube channels, but as far as brands that they're promoting, there's not much left of this original structure.
Yeah, I used to watch. They do those silly kind of improvisational game shows.
Yeah,
and stuff. Right. I used to watch that stuff. But now, I'm sure. What's that guy's name? The redhead dude that's all hot right now. the Dimension 20 guy.
I don't know that guy. Yeah.
Brendan Lee Mulligan or something.
The one that's running the current
Critical
Role.
Because he was with them back in the day.
Right.
So I'm sure now that he's Mr. Big Stuff, he doesn't involve himself with that at all.
Yeah, so I wondered. Yeah, this was funny to get this update and thought we would mention it. Because it's still around and they're revising it, and Pinnacle still wants to promote it as one of their brands. So Pinnacle's of course the company with Savage Worlds, Deadlands originally made the system for Savage Worlds, Rifts, and a bunch of other fun and crazy stuff. But
Savage World system might be good for us for a one shot. I like the system, but it always felt like a short term system to me.
Right.
So, it's just easy to get into kind of system. So, could be fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And they also published the Savage Pathfinder, the Pathfinder port.
Oh, yeah.
For Savage World. Well, speaking of something we should get back to, let's talk about some Star Trek Adventures. So we got a new supplement for Star Trek Adventures 2E. So I haven't even looked at it. I have the PDF and I haven't looked through the revisions of the rules. So they eliminated the D6s from Star Trek Adventures and made it more similar to Dune, I think, in the terms of you're creating assets and things and you're changing the situation and, making rules based on that. All D20 rolls from now on. But Modiphius has just announced a new book, a new supplement called Allies and Adversaries. So a source book for Star Trek Adventures, but they do promise that although this was written with 2E in mind, it is backwards compatible. So everything they've published previously, this will still work with. There wasn't enough maybe rules change in the stat lines and stuff that it's going to be only for 2E. So it'll work. And also they emphasize too, it works with the Captain's Log, their solo version of the game that Modiphius released. So this could be something that adds to either your solo play or your 1E campaign if you're still doing that. So you're going to get some new friends and a healthy dose of intergalactic enemies. So a new range of lore to kind of, expand all that's there in Star Trek, because they did kind of limit things, and they, gave you eras to play in, and then, released a lot of source books for even the animated series, the Below Decks, and the Discovery and some of the newer properties that were coming out. They did source books for those as well. So this will be released in July of this year. It's available for pre-order now. I don't think you get a PDF right away, but you'll get a PDF if you order the physical. Modiphius is good at doing that as well. This is a 120-page full-color supplement, backwards compatible with everything before, and of course intended mostly for game masters, for new stuff to include. So for factions, the Borg, the Cardassians, the Dominion, the Klingon Empire, the Romulans, and the Tholians are all included. They're going to give you new NPCs, so expand on the NPC content from the core rulebook. Be able to use NPCs as allies, help you balance encounters, and give you new stat blocks for minor, notable, and major NPCs. And also new creatures. So there'll be stat blocks for creatures found throughout Star Trek, as well as rules for creating your own creatures for use in missions and campaigns. So this will set you back about $54 US. And you can get a PDF on drive-through as well. So when that comes up, we'll have that linked. And so there'll be more usable factions, and of course iconic factions and forces from Star Trek. And already there was a little bit of complaint that the second edition sourcebook did go a little bit light on NPCs. So maybe they were kind of planning this. So this will help kind of flesh things out and give you statted out NPCs for everything you would need, as well as creating your own NPCs and creatures. So it's nice.
Yeah, this sounds like... Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
This sounds like more of a toolbox supplement than what they usually like. When I think of their stuff for Star Trek, it always seemed like it was very much prepared adventure stuff. And this seems more like a supplement for people that want to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they did a Klingons expansion for the first edition that came out. So yeah, I'm surprised they included Klingons in there. So maybe there is some changes that need to be made for them to work well. And it's nice to see they're still supporting this. So they've still got, because I was a little bit worried when they were like really cranking that stuff out for all that new mediocre Trek, all that streaming Trek that was coming out. I was like, they're going to burn out and just dump this license, aren't they? Because that stuff cannot possibly be selling. So
I didn't realize they'd done a Discovery like stuff for oof. Ugh.
Yeah, but that meant they must have gotten a good license. They must have gotten a license to do everything Star Trek because they did original series, Next Generation, and just everything was covered in their releases. And a lot of it didn't come out only digitally. There were a lot of PDFs and things that came out. But I really the times that we play the sessions that we ran of this were really fun because it is the mystery of the week, planet of the week, alien of the week kind of feeling, and you just switched paces. You didn't get, bogged down with opening alien doors and crawling alien hallways. There's always some puzzle to solve or some mystery, and you walked into some nightmare and had to sort out, who's doing what.
Yeah. And the ones we played were all, they were very episodical, and they kept that spirit of like the pre-Discovery Star Trek. Like, my head kind of reels at thinking of like the difference in an adventure like we've played to a Discovery adventure. I mean, like,
a lot more
what's
tears.
The Discovery adventure? Oh, we need to get 1,000 ships together for no reason. We need to have some weird MacGuffin thing. And then, our characters about every 3 episodes should turn completely 180 in all their motivations.
Right.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry. But the classic stuff is fantastic.
And I really think, that episodic television does work well with RPGs. That's a lot of fun. Monster of the Week, and those sort of games that really leaned into that, because I think the new Trek with the the full season story arcs and stuff. It's just that's they really want to get you to start viewing it, and it's just nice because that's the really big difference. And I think why Star Trek is having trouble attracting new fans is because it doesn't pop up everywhere, and you see an episode and it's a complete story and you're like, oh, I kind of like that character. That was kind of cool. He had to deal with that weird thing, and get you hooked into, okay, let's see what happens next week. If you jump into the middle of a streaming series, you can't possibly know what the hell's going on. So you just got to go, okay, so how many seasons this we got? Let's do it. Season 1, episode 1. And you're never going to get through that. And and like you said, that the characters do really wacky stuff, and they cry a lot, and they walk in hallways and cry more.
The first season, I will cop to the first season of Strange New Worlds did have a lot of episodical, self-contained episodes, which I did enjoy. But there's other parts of that which get even worse in Discovery and Picard. But the using of conventional 21st century language it just, I don't, why? It's just lazy.
Right.
Like, one of the driving principles of Star Trek, is like the people are well educated and professional. Like, they don't talk when they're at their job like just some rando on the street, and like that actually adds to the what is that, suspension of disbelief, like getting into the show. Because it doesn't feel the same thing with fantasy. Like when Willow did everyone talking like a bunch of 20-year-olds from modern day, that destroyed the whole thing. But
it's weird.
Tangent, sorry.
No, but it's weird. I wonder why I guess because they get all their writers off of Tumblr and everything now. It's just like, I don't even know what, these are all fan fiction writers, and you got to drop the F-bomb, in every cool scene to make it really cool for a certain generation. But really stupid.
That's the other thing now that you mentioned that's got to be harming Star Trek fandom, is that the way it's being done now, it makes it look a lot more like just some mediocre other science fiction property, like all the big starship battles and quirky characters and what have you. And it's just like, it set itself apart before. Like, it was always that comparison was always Star Trek over here, Star Wars over here.
Yeah, right.
Right, and they were very different. And now Star Trek is kind of just whatever.
Yeah. As soon as J.J. Abrams had his take on it, we were all doomed. That
was kind of the beginning of the end.
Yeah, and I think that's, especially with streaming series, that's what's happened is, Star Wars and Doctor Who and Star Trek have really lost their identity, like lost what made them unique. Even if that tone doesn't work so well now, well, then don't use that IP anymore. Come up with something good that matches, what people would like now. But just using the IP and just doing some, mediocre slop that you think appeals to, as wide a range of an audience as possible is really sad. But Star Trek.
One positive.
Oh yeah.
One positive thing is Clarion, one of our regulars and Discord contributor, told us on Discord that he's going to start to play in a Star Trek Adventures game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it sounds like the guy running it or whoever's running it is doing kind of a homebrew thing where the description struck me as sort of a cross between Deep Space Nine and Voyagers, which sounded kind of cool.
Very cool. I hope the Game Master understands star dates better than I do. that was my problem. I was like,
aren't they all made up anyway?
Just messing up this. I should have gone with just the Chris Chan version. Then I could have gotten it very, very correct. But but anyhow, yeah. So good game. Yeah, Star Trek Adventures is a good game. I recommend trying out either first or second edition. It does a good job of getting you in that setting. All right. Well, prepare to throw up a little bit in your mouth because Zombie Clot is here. That's the worst name of anything ever. It's a new monster. Some free. It's the first free play along pack for the new Dungeon Masters show. So Dungeon Masters is the new official actual play series from Wizards of the Coast, playing D&D 5.5e, 5.5e. So this content features a fight with a bunch of zombies in a small village, stats for a swarm of zombie limbs, and the zombie clot. That's a terrible name. But yes, this is for Dungeon Masters, the Jasmine Bular dungeon run actual plays with Mariana Barin, Christian Navarro, Neil Newborn, and Devora Wild. And I did try to watch a little bit of this, and I realized Critical Role probably had the right idea. You got to get the fucking rules out of there because it really is distracting how bad 5.5e is. Like they're level 5 characters and they're like going through their roles and adding all their bonuses and stats. They're adding like +9, +11 to rolls. I'm like, what are we doing? And they're taking the first scene that the two of the characters like take like 29 damage and aren't even phased. I'm like, is this with Dragon Ball? What the hell is going on? It's so out of control with the numbers and all the math and calculations. They're doing, but I'm using this but it's +1 that. It really feels like stuff an MMO engine should be doing to calculate. And you've slowed this creature by 10 feet, and it was the game part of it was really ugly. And also the all of the role play was. I think Jasmine writes out these Jasmine, I don't know, maybe writes out these kind of very poetic, very this prose. So it's very this gorgeous prose that starts these scenes, and it doesn't quite match. It's a little too romantic and a little too gothic in some weird ways. Like it's got some weird flair to it, and it doesn't quite match what's going on with the characters. And the characters are all voice actors doing their wackadoo thing, and you're just like,
which destroys all her work.
right. So it's just like, okay, they're not sticking with what she's doing, and the game is interrupting anything that anybody's doing. So it's like, it's just not working. But this idea in the hands of a different company with better execution, this is kind of an interesting idea because I could see like a younger myself thinking this was kind of appealing. Like, this stuff is being played in an actual play series. They're releasing this content and you could play it in your campaign. You could put it in your campaign. So it's brand new, fresh well, relatively fresh stuff. There were some comments on this article that said, "Hey, wait a minute," yeah. So it's so they're releasing quick play maps for virtual tabletops, and this is all giving you kind of early access to monsters that are going to appear in the Ravenloft Horrors Within, because it is the season of horror. Remember, this lovely spring weather is horrific. So the season of horror. But
make sure you carve your Easter bunnies, everybody.
Right. Yeah. So this the play along pack idea was, I mean, as a kid, I thought I probably would have been into this or tricked by this. Be like, oh, I'm kind of participating. It's kind of an active thing, you know. And you can go to D&D Beyond. Oh, the zombie swarm! I can't wait to run this. A swarm of zombie limbs. But yeah. So the zombie clot. So the kind of setup for this is when a throng of zombies becomes inexorably tangled, or multiple swarms of zombie limbs coalesce. The result is a zombie clot, a putrid mass of rotten flesh with a singular will. So yeah, I mean, it's a neat idea. It's just not executed very well, and the actual play that they're doing is for a very specific taste. I don't think it's going to have wide appeal. They should have just played it a little blander, a little flatter, a little cuter, because it's a little much. But the production is insane. Like, the money that they're throwing at this is insane. I'm sure there's
really
game shows that have much smaller budgets than this thing. Yeah, it just, just like Critical Role, just a really lushly produced set. They've got, this big opening animation thing that they did, this kind of like, paper cutout Game of Thrones style, just kind of showing all the things that they're doing. But just, yeah, nobody in there comes across as terribly charismatic. I was listening to, I should give them some credit. I should name them because they're really good. But I was listening to an actual play group, just the audio that was on YouTube, and their players and the dynamic and everything was perfect. They did a really nice job of not being annoying, not going too far into voices, and really leaning into the style of the game that they were playing. And this wasn't that. And these are people that are like kind of like the voice actors are like, yeah, I kind of know these rules. I read this last night. I think I get it. Like, they're saying things like that during the actual play. It's like, yeah, so you're not really players, right? This is a paycheck for you. And yeah. You're getting paid scale or whatever to be here. So congratulations. But but this is an interesting idea, this play along pack. So first we get the zombie clot. I think this is the first one. And next week we're getting, and this is a weekly thing too. So that's a lot of content to produce. They're giving us the Gramishkas. So that is in the region through which the characters travel before being out after nightfall is a deadly endeavor. Characters have found refuge in an isolated windmill, but a dangerous pack of Gramishkas have caught their scent. So yeah, they're expanding another little piece of the adventure, and they'll give you the stats for these to play along with for next week as well. So this whole campaign is the Ashes of the Black Rose. So that kind of tips, Jasmine's. Just that title is very gothic and very very poetic. But this is the first campaign ever for Dungeon Masters, and the show even has an official soundtrack that you can get on, I'm sure, Spotify and all official sources. And a little bit of the background on what they're doing here. So a Doomland is being unmade. Its would-be saviors may not make it out when a fractured band of unlikely allies finds itself trapped in a nightmare ruled by the infamous fallen paladin, Lord Soth. Our heroes must do whatever it takes to break free. So what begins as a desperate search for a way home soon becomes an apocalyptic struggle as Soth's fury threatens to consume everything and everyone within his crumbling domain of dread. So yeah, this is something I think they're going to introduce in the Ravenloft, the dread lords of all of these realms. And Soth is there. So,
oh Lord Soth.
There you go. Let's get him on out. But there was a funny comment under there that Bruce Wright, I'll give him credit. Bruce Wright said, "Hey, it turns out this is just a repurpose of the Greenfast DM facing town map from Candlekeep Mysteries." So they're just like, they got to come up with this stuff weekly. So they're just kind of like, just like, hey, it's free, but you might already own this map, but hey, whatever. Cool. Here you go. So
wow.
Too bad. And some people are complaining too that some of the assets, this dim purple on purple monochrome ink drawing is kind of hard to make out. Just don't be so gothic about it. I guess though it is Ravenloft. I can understand now where she's taking the inspiration for her writing in, but it's I don't know. It's just working against each other. It's not something that they've kind of developed and they have a feel and a take on it. It's just like they're imitating what they think Critical Role's success is based on. So yikes.
Yeah, Quark in the chat said he watched the first 2 episodes, found it terrible, no chemistry between the players, and don't like the style of the DM either.
Yeah. It's not great, and I was really surprised how much the rules got in the way and how much the system is just like ugh. So I can understand why Critical Role kind of hid that, because it especially for something like 5e is way too much. Okay, wait a minute, +1, then +3, +4. What is that? 11. Okay, then and I get +1 here, and it's slowed, and I was like, okay, whatever. What's your character doing exactly? He's counting all the +1s on his equipment. But that's no good. But I thought we would end with something nice and wonderful, and something that kind of wash that bad that zombie clot taste out of our mouth. But Tuesday Night Games has given us these are the physical and full retail release of both Orphans and Straight Arrows, and these are supplements, or these are adventures for Mothership. So Orphans was part of the crowdfunding for the Mothership 1 first edition release. That was the first time that it was released. It was only available to Kickstarter backers as physical copy at that time, but everybody got a PDF. So everyone got that supported that campaign got a PDF of it. So I didn't go for the physical copy, but now the physical copies are available. So Orphans is the first one. It's a one-shot starter adventure zine. The PCs arrive in Inmuen Station, a small refueling station, a recent victim of a harrowing massacre. A pair of teens have also gone missing on the run from their corporate captors. The PCs soon learn that Anti, a terrifying creature made of moss and bone, stalk the corridors, protecting the teens for now. So, this has gotten a lot of positive reviews and and considered to be a really good starting adventure for your first time playing Mothership, because it's got kind of everything you would need to do, and all the PCs will feel useful. The second one is Straight Arrows. This is a campaign setting that involves social themes like tiered healthcare and drug crime. So the PCs are bounty hunters for the sinister Arrow Biomed Corporation, performing extrajudicial extrajudicial abductions of privileged addicts out of whatever drug den they've ended up in for a hefty price. So you gotta hold junkies around, but so Orphans was written by Luke Gearing, a tense, self-contained scenario that was released by Tuesday Night Games, that were initially part of that Mothership campaign. The setting is kind of claustrophobic and based on just this space station that's gone completely silent. The Anti creature gives you kind of a nice boss fight style survival horror adventure one shot. And Straight Arrows was done by RAC Computing for Mothership Month in 2024. So it was produced digitally for that, but then they fulfilled it to the backers physically. A 60-page campaign setting. And so it's so you're playing the you're playing the bounty hunters of Arrow Biomed, and it's a kind of kicking doors style kidnapping, rescue privileged addicts from dangerous dystopian drug dens for wealthy benefactors. So this is more focused on social issues, drug crimes, and a wacky kind of healthcare system out of control. And still also you can get directly from them some of the maps and fabric patches and stuff that were offered during the Kickstarter campaign are also available as a bundle on the Tuesday Night Games website. So yeah, kind of a gritty dystopian corporate horror vibe. So yeah, it's and so in the so I went back to the original backer kit campaign when they did it in 2024, and they've got some funny so the characters are called retrievers, and yeah, you're working originally the setting for Straight Arrows is based from this Ithaca setting, which the original producers did. They did Sunset over Ithaca, which was a kind of drug culture and setting supplement, and this is specifically like in that same kind of setting, but you're playing kind of scumbag bounty hunters that are pulling the people out of their happy drug-filled lives for money. So you're at Cygnus 7, and there will be introducing in Straight Arrows is a 4 or more new drugs for the setting, including clonazepam, or AKA ground control, and it helps you it's a drug that helps you address the depersonalization and derealization caused by artificial environments. And then NDs, also known as NDs, ENDIES, the practice of near-death experiences was pioneered by bored Starliner crews using jury-rigged cryochambers. And of course, it is illegal to modify cryochambers or to even own cryochambers. So this drug gives you the ability to simulate a near-death experience. So a lot of crazy fantasy sci-fi drug writing in the book itself, and it's got really nice kind of collage psychedelic artwork. But yeah, so a couple of fun supplements for Mothership. There's a ton of stuff. I mean, even in that 1E, so much stuff had been developed that when they released that 1E, there were so many zine supplements for included in the 1E.
They've done a really good job of kind of opening up their game and getting away from the kind of tag of another way to play Alien. Yeah, they're going in a lot of different directions. They're still dark or creepy, but they're different directions, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that was the thing I always regret, the timing. So Alien came out by Free League, and we got so excited about that, but Mothership had already been there, like that early edition, the digital version on itch.io. Had already been there, and people were already talking about it. But yeah, we just leaned into Alien and never got back to Mothership. But just going through that first edition box and everything that they included, the guidance for building adventures, building campaigns, and the things to include was just amazing. I'll put a link to that actually, because it applies to basically any game. Like they're specifically, writing it for Mothership. But yeah, the advice they give you, and even kind of this kind of diary thing that's write it out like this. This will help you visualize it. This will help you see, how the characters will move through this. So they were mostly doing it with kind of cross-section maps, because, a lot of space stations and stuff, you got multiple floors, but it would work, just the same as a dungeon, an overhead dungeon crawl grid map. But yeah, really good stuff. I mean, the designers, working on Mothership and the supporting stuff are all good. There's a lot of really fun content out there, and it's all digital, and it's all very low cost. And that might be something we could use as fill-ins, is just try a couple of these.
Definitely.
Yeah, one-shot Mothership Adventures. All right, so that is going to do it for this week. So where can people find you, Matt?
Oh, I don't know. I'm on Blue Sky. It's at Hargald, HARGALD. Am I talking about anything game related right now? Not really, but I will. Probably once I get done reading this 5 parsecs from home. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Nice. Yeah. Keep a lookout for Matt doing 5 parsecs this week. Crew building and stuff. What am I doing? I did a lot of cartoons because I'm going to be offline for a little while. So yeah, I do a single panel gag cartoon you can read on gocomics.com/domestic abuse. And it's just a single panel gag cartoon abuse cartoons on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to watch me draw some of those, not live, but there's a big archive. And and then also check out rcharvey.com for comics and cartooning history, a huge archive of his wonderful writings. But if you like what we're doing here on the weekly, consider becoming a weekling. You can do that at patreon.com/upturntable. And let us know what you want to see more of on the cast. I really tried to focus on tabletop stuff this week because there was a lot of random announcements. But if you like hearing more about war games or board games or other stuff that's going on, let us know. And so it's always fun to hear what people are interested in talking about. And upturntable.com is the website, and on all social media, just upturntable. So we are maybe doing something tomorrow. We're going to try to figure it out. We've got a couple of PDFs of stuff, but we're down a player. So no old school adventure, old school essentials, even though that's doing pretty well. A lot of people are watching. I think because it's the titles of the old modules and stuff, people are always interested in seeing, new groups run old stuff, just to see the take, on it. So that's been fun. So we will get back to that as soon as our party is complete, because we're kind of getting to a climax and I don't want anybody to miss out. They've suffered through so many levels of hell. And then to just miss, did that happen? Okay. Too bad. But so we'll be back. We'll be back for something. So tomorrow, we're kicking around. I've got the PDF for the Outgunned Superheroes. And I think Twilight Sword came out too, their little Zelda thing. I think that popped up in my inbox as well. I'm not sure though. That seemed to be a lot about the physical stuff, like the cards and stuff. So it may not be so fun to do stuff online. But I'll take a look at both of those and we'll figure out something to stream tomorrow and kind of catch up on stuff. But so thanks for watching, and we will be back again soon.
Bye.
Goodbye. right. So yeah, a little bit of a little bit of everything. Some indie stuff and some Modiphius and going back to East Texas University. Yeah, that's funny. I was trying to looking back through the college humor history and stuff. I couldn't make sense of it, just like on through Wikipedia articles and stuff. Like, oh, what a mess! But it was like bought and sold. I mean, I guess it produced Dimension 20. There's like some stuff that came off of it that still persists. But yeah, it sounded like quite a mess. But that seems to happen to everything if it starts out online and then it gets kind of co-opted by LA celebrity culture. It's just never going to survive that. Well, and I think that's probably what's wrong with D&D, that Hollywood has poisoned so many things. Like the San Diego Comic-Con used to be an amazing event of pop culture nonsense, and then once the idiots from LA started driving down there and doing their big Hall H presentations of the summer movies and panels with Robert Downey Jr., just ruined the whole thing. So yeah, you can't get Hollywood too close to, or just LA in general, the celebrity culture, because that's what Wizards of the Coast keeps leaning into. Is celebrities. That's the answer. That's what makes everything great. And College Humor is an example of that. Doesn't make stuff great. They don't exist anymore, and they paid a lot of celebrities to play board games with them. And it didn't happen. Yeah, the list was crazy. The list of people that were on that. I forget the name of the show, was really crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if Dungeon Masters is going to make it. I don't know what kind of, because they'll be able to see the numbers of who's watching it, and I guess it doesn't matter as long as they have, their thing out there. At least they're doing it. They have a presence, but. Yeah, it's just not very good, and they're really blowing the that synergy that they would be getting from previewing upcoming books. It may still work. I mean, I don't know. It may still work, but I really think they should have found a different group. They don't have good chemistry.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, maybe they'll become tighter. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. This is probably the first time them working together, and it's not like they probably give them a lot of rehearsal time or anything, or any sessions to kind of feel each other out.
Yeah, they're playing 5e. I'm never gonna watch that. Especially if they're doing the rules on the show. That'll just my eyes will fall out from rolling so much.
Yeah, and maybe they want to. They realize, well, we're selling the product. We're selling D&D. We want people to play this, so let's show them how you play it. Because they show all the dice rolls in a close-up camera in a dice tray. Like everyone's dice tray has a little camera on it, and they cut to that camera, and they show the roll, and then they highlight the side that is the die result, and then the person's doing the calculation. So I think it's a little bit more of a how-to than other actual play series, but it really slows stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a way to do it. I just wish it was a little more laid back too. But I don't think voice actors are very laid back people. I think they want to perform, and they're on camera now. I'm not just a microphone. I'm in front of a camera. So yeah, felt a little of that. But let me. Of course, this isn't on the podcast, but let me. Who was I watching that I really liked? Red Moon Roleplay. Yeah, Red Moon Roleplay is an actual play group online that I was really digging their. I was watching their Slay Industries stuff, and I think the setting was kind of new for everybody that was doing it, but they really leaned into it and kind of everyone had nice microphones. It was a really nice, real pleasant thing to listen to, and the Game Master did a really good job of explaining setting through the character introductions, the players introducing their characters, and then he would come up with things, how that ties them into the setting, and give you a little bit of history and stuff. I was like, wow, that's really well done, really well written. And he definitely knows he's writing this for an audience, because it's super information packed and really gives you a lot about the setting, and not just what you would normally, be doing in a role play session.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's it called? Red what?
Red Moon Roleplay.
Red Moon.
Yeah. Red Moon Roleplay. Yeah, I listened to a couple of them, and there were a couple of guys that were literally, they're just using like, laptop webcams, like set all the way across the table. Like they're sitting at a table, you barely see the top of their head, and you hear this voice kind of echo, echo, echo in their like room. And it's just like, what are you doing? Why are you streaming this? Yeah. But I mean, but I could see just wanting to have that document, because that's the thing that, really struck me how fun that was, is as a game master, have a recording of your sessions is awesome. So if it's like sitting there on YouTube, so maybe some people are doing it that way, not anticipating anybody would actually listen to it. But yeah, Red Moon is good. Nice, cool. Nice job with that.
So, I don't know how I missed this from 2 weeks ago, but Lou Zocchi died.
Oh, uh-huh.
The Zocchi, the polyhedron set of dice often gets called the Zocchi dice.
Right.
I'm probably saying his name wrong, but he also invented the Zocchihedron, which is 100-sided die.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nice. So the reason he was also a big game distributor, and he did put out his own game sometimes. But for me, it's more the whole polyhedral dice thing. Apparently, like he saw like the dice that TSR was doing, and he hated how like not perfect they were, and like he didn't think they'd roll randomly, kind of thing. So like he actually made his own, founded a company, and started selling super sharp edged dice.
Yeah, nice.
And he's the reason there's these. If you play Dungeon Crawl Classics or any of the Goodman games, house system games, they use the full set of Zocchi dice, which includes a 3-sided die, a 5-sided die, a 14-sided die, a 16-sided die, and a 24-sided die.
Nice.
So like, and it's kind of cool because Goodman Games, you can buy packs of those wacky dice because they use them in their games. But they always attribute him in there, like they remember where it all came from, which I always think is cool.
That's great. Yeah, it looks like he was like in wargaming and everything from the very beginning, and he was even working with Avalon Hill. Like he was one of the first editors on their in-house magazine, The General. So yeah, he was part of the wargame and roleplay scene forever. That's very cool. Very cool. And a Chicago boy. That's nice. Everyone's from the Midwest with role playing. That explains a lot.
Buddy died in Utah, apparently.
Oh wow.
Boy. If I die in Utah, move my body across state lines.
Well, it'll probably be from mysterious circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, all of the originals are aging out on us.
Did you see that article I posted on the Discord about that new Wizards of the Coast trading card game?
No. What are they doing to us now? What's it called?
Well, it's called Mood Swings.
Oh no. And it's about how to handle your.
And it's like, no, like apparently it looks like kind of a simplified Magic the Gathering sort of thing.
Oh,
They're emphasizing it's a lot simpler and quicker to play than Magic.
Right.
It's made by what's his name? The guy's been there forever, Mark Rosewater.
Oh yeah, okay. It's
apparently an old game he thought up, and he's been begging Wizards to do, and they're finally going to do it or something. And like it has color-based cards like Magic, but it's not as formal. Like instead of having some name for like islands and that's water or whatever.
Right.
These are the blue cards, these are the black cards, like, but it's only going to be sold on their secret layer site.
Oh,
It's not going to be sold retail.
Huh.
And it sounds like it's not going to have boosters. It's only going to have randomized, like, starter deck boxes.
Huh.
Yeah, but it's going to be collectible.
Right.
Oh, and all the art for the initial set, guess what it is?
Oh, I don't want to know.
It's just original rough sketches of magic art.
Wow. Okay. That's weird.
So it's all you have. Like they showed some pictures of some of the cards, and they blue or whatever background with a little design and icons and whatnot, and then the picture is a black and white sketch.
Yeah. Wow, that's odd. So maybe they have an archive of a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
Weird. But then I guess, you don't have to, maybe they wouldn't let him commission art or whatever. So they're just like, yeah, we got this. You can use it because it's not, technically we own it and we're never going to do anything with it. Maybe put it in a book. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I think this might actually just be Wizards humoring Mark Rosewater.
Don't compete against us. Don't start your own company and compete against us.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're calling it collectible, but you're only selling it on your weird little website. And it's only coming in boxes. It's weird. It's weird. It seems doomed to fail. And what I had said in the Discord is I have a terrible history of trying new card games for Wizards that almost immediately get abandoned by Wizards.
Yeah.
Like they have started and just let die so many like collectible card games. It's not even funny.
Wow. Yeah, when I was back in the States, I found my collection of the I think they're almost like tarot card size, the old Jihad, the Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like the art and stuff. And then they had to change the name because they're like, I guess we shouldn't use Jihad.
Yeah. Whoops.
That's a weird project. The cards do not look great at all. I don't understand the look of it, and they're just like creativity, self-loathing, patience, disgust.
Yeah.
So you work out your neurodivergency. The most neurodivergent wins. I don't know.
Yeah. The art setup must be interesting because it's like I got a card named Gluttony. Let's look through old magic sketches and see if we some a fat dude or something.
Yeah, interesting. It's a weird. Yeah, it's just one of those maybe those projects like that 13 Omens thing that we talked about last week. It's just like let Paizo let the people that are keep them happy. Let them do their own project and then get back to work. Get back on the grind. Yeah, interesting. But I don't know. And I guess maybe he contractually needs this to happen through them because he can't release a competing private project. He can't do like a solo album. When the band is touring. So
I'm sure he signed something.
Yeah. Interesting. And he gets to use all that old black and white magic art. Nice. I understand the most of the values are represented as like D6s with pips. There's no numbers on the cards. It's all D6s. I wonder if you're rolling dice as well.
Reading the article, it didn't sound. It almost sounded like they're using the dice because they thought it would be easy to read and quick to read. I don't know.
Huh? Yeah. Funny. Yeah, the only thing that's on there is zeros. There's a 0, but there's no other numbers. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. So, what's your vote for tomorrow? What would you like to mess around with? So, yeah, it looks like I've got the superheroes, Twilight.
Superhero thing could be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious, how you build them and stuff. Yeah, that could be an interesting approach. Yeah, let me make sure I've got everything that came out. But yeah, I'll get that downloaded and see what what we've got as far as stuff I do. Oh, and Action Flix 3, Volume 3 came out as well with that. I think that was part of the was that part of Adventure, or was that part of the superhero one? I can't remember which campaign.
Superhero one?
Yeah, maybe, because I think it's I think it was 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, because those have been their 3 outgunned so far. And who's Free League, right? Who's helping them? Modiphius? Is
Free League is helping them
distribution. Of their outgun stuff. That's really cool. Yeah. So
Borg said the first expansion for Mood Swings is going to be Hot Flash.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to play that bipolar expansion. That's a rough one. Yeah.
I'm collecting all the schizotypo cards, and then I'm going to move on to the addiction card.
Yeah, my body dysmorphia deck is going to kick your ass. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, it's a funny thing, and it must be like a personal, something that he personally has to get out there.
Before I die, someone's going to play my weird Mood Swings game.
My therapist recommended that I actually make this instead of just talking about it every week.
Is this all just a byproduct of some therapy? That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll do some stuff. Yeah, so then, next Thursday, we'll have one more weekly, and then take a little bit of a break. And I'll see how things go. I have no idea schedule wise how we'll recover, and I'm sure that the YouTube channel will never recover. They hate you going away for any amount of time. But
I'll try to throw up some stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, that's
annoy people.
that would be great. Yeah, and I'll try to hang out in the chat if I get a chance. That would be cool. Good distraction. Last time this happened, that was a good distraction. Oh man. But yeah. So if we need to come up with a new kind of regular weekly game, what sounds at the top of your list? I definitely want to read through the Slay stuff. I think it sounds fun, but I don't anticipate it being like a really long campaign. I think it's gonna burn bright and burn hard and be done pretty fast.
I mean, those are fun too.
Yeah.
But I feel like Abyss had mentioned Slay before, so maybe that's, I don't know much about it, but I'd be totally down to try it out.
Yeah, it definitely scratches that Mutant Chronicles itch that, so I'm curious about in that way. It's just like, much more intense. There's much less corporate intrigue and much less getting screwed over by the corporation. Totally. Busted vent. Yeah, and so much more of a 2000 AD sensibility, like broken vending machines and, all kinds of social kind of dystopia stuff, and you not having much recourse. You got to ally yourselves with the cannibals or something to bring about change in the world. So it's a hard sell. But yeah, they've been introducing a bunch of new stuff, because I guess the aliens in it are basically, I think, what they call the conflict races, so the wars that were being fought, the people that survived this like intense Interstellar War, these races of aliens have all kind of come together and are functioning all under the rule of Slay Industries. So brought to heel, so that a lot of them have been wiped out, but of course, some survived and kind of negotiated. And there's some kind of like some really ugly stuff that'll be fun to explain in the kind of world building and the setting. Like, basically, there was an alien race enslaved by another race, and Slay went to the enslaved race and said, "We'll help you kill these guys if you kind of like work for us now." So they just traded being indentured to a race to be indentured to a corporation. So it's a lot of fun stuff like that, darkly fun stuff. So yeah, that's the thing. I think maybe more than two people though would work better. Work better for both Slay and Mutant Chronicles. A little bit bigger team. I think we could run it with two people, especially Mutant Chronicles. The Modiphius 2D20 would run okay with two people, the early stuff. And then we could add people in, because a lot of the way that the adventures are built is you're playing the kind of pre-gen characters of that era, and we kind of jump around in the setting a little bit with the different source books. So that wouldn't be hard to like have people come in and out of those sessions too. So yeah, there's just the shame that VTTs weren't much of a thing when the 2D20 Mutant Chronicles was out, because there's just no content for it. Like everything's gonna have to be built from scratch, character sheets and everything. Yeah. And they produced, even for the when they did the Siege of the Citadel board game, the Mutant Chronicles Warzone setting board game, they produce all of these awesome tiles for the RPG. So all of the major settings, they have tile sets for them that they made that support their campaign in the RPG. So there's a ton of stuff out there, but I just don't have digital versions of it. I have to scan that all in or take photos and get that in somehow. But they were really, that was one of those like famously delayed, I think 5 years. It was a Kickstarter that, came out 5 years after it was promised. So Modiphius was already done with that license before they even shipped anything. So that's a real shame, because they were doing nice stuff with it. There was a lot of million miniatures for everything in the setting. They really, heavily supplemented, did expansions for the board game, and then they're just like, okay, that's it. We're out of here. And they dropped the license. So I'm really worried about all the stuff that we've been enjoying, like if they lose the Star Trek license, if Modiphius gives up Star Trek, or what's going to happen with Alien. Because we got a revision of the Alien rules from Free League, but what if they just say, yeah, Alien's getting kind of weird. This streaming series on FX is kind of getting wacky. Because if they don't release source material for that and Romulus, then yeah, they're kind of missing it. No, I think that was the thing, though. That was the part of they mentioned Romulus in the press release for the new Alien rule set. So must be part of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really enjoyed the Alien games we played. Those were fun.
Yeah, and we've got another, that it's been out, like the third one is out there. I think we're playing Scientists though, but mostly Scientists. But yeah, there's one more. Oh, actually there's two more with the revised rules, because they did another kind of boxed set for the new rule set, and I haven't even looked at that, like what you're playing or how that's set up. But yeah, there's two more of those. Yeah, those are kind of quick to go to, because they don't last that many sessions either. Yep. They go pretty fast. So that might be a good thing to return to, especially because it's not continuing characters. We don't create characters. We just kind of go from there.
Which I think is what you need to do for a very like that kind of a horror thing. I think one shot is just the way to go.
The cinematic adventures. Yeah, that's nice. You can play. Do you want to play the cheerleader or the nerd or the jock and see how it goes in this slasher movie you're going to be involved in? Yeah. Yeah, and the nice thing is Alien's got such great digital support on almost all the platforms. We've got, ways we can play Alien really, really nicely.
Quark said, I built my Mutant Chronicles table and tabletop simulator in only a couple 100 hours. Easy.
Oh, nice. All right. I'll set aside those
100 hours.
I'll set aside those few 100 hours. Yeah, I got to find out. What's that?
I haven't used Tabletop Simulator since the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
I never think about that anymore.
Yeah, there was one group that was playing, they all had their little webcams on. They were playing a session of Slay Industries with Tabletop Simulator, and all they were doing is rolling dice in a virtual dice tray, like in the middle of a table. I'm like, what are we doing here? It's like such a waste of that. Yeah. There's other ways to do that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Maybe they just like the table flip function where you can just throw everything in the air at the end of every session. Yeah. So that's funny. Yeah, I wonder. There's got to be a way, because there's a lot of great art, a lot of great resources for Mutant Chronicles floating around. It would be fun to put that together. And that would. So
you said you've checked on Foundry and nobody's done anything?
Yeah, nobody's done. There's nothing. There were like people talking about doing it back in the day, like when the 2012 or whatever, when they first released the RPG, but I don't think anyone. They should have some sort of 2D20 character sheet we can use, but I think you'd have to build the sheet. And yeah, I don't know.
Are there other 2D20 games on there that are similar enough that you could just reskin them?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because it is early, so maybe like Infinity. If I don't think anybody did anything for Infinity either, but there's an Infinity 2D20 that would probably be closer than Conan would be. But yeah, I have to check. But someday we'll get that together. That'll be a huge campaign too. That'll be crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Got to save the solar system and the fate of humanity. But yeah. So that'll be my Slay Industries will be my reading coming up, and we'll take a look at getting into that. But cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging with us. Yeah, good to see you, Quark, in the chat. And so we'll have one more weekly, and then we'll our schedule kind of go quiet for a while. And Matt, I'll put everything on Matt's shoulders for about a week. So you have the Matt Nightly tabletop review.
No one said nothing about nightly. No one said anything about nightly.
There's going to be a morning show. There'll be like an afternoon, quick short, and then a late evening, cigars and brandy. It's going to be great, guys.
At one point, you're gonna check on your phone. It's just been me in a chair with a cigarette in my mouth, like I'm cold, swatting at flies in my sleep.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll be back again next week. And tomorrow there'll be something. We'll hang out with you doing something. We'll see if it's the start of something or just a look at something. That might be so we've got some early PDFs. So take care, everyone, and see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.